Alright folks, welcome to Driftwood Guitars. My name is Chris, and in today's episode we're doing something a little bit different. I actually, for the very first time, have a client who formerly purchased a guitar from me is now looking to sell it. Let me give you a little bit of a backstory on how that happened. On the guitar that we're going to look at today, I actually built it 4 years ago as just a guitar to build for fun. So I didn't actually have a client in mind. It was one of these rare chances for me to buy a piece of wood that I really liked and to just build it the way that I thought that it needed to be built and make something really pretty and great sounding. So that was back in 2017. Finished building the guitar after about 6 to 8 months and then put it up for sale, and it sold about 6 months later to a woman who was interested in getting into playing guitar, coming from the world of violin playing. She's actually a really great violinist, and came to me and said, hey, I'm interested in buying this guitar to learn on. And she bought it and took it home to North Georgia and enjoyed the guitar, but really just decided that she didn't have the time to justify owning the guitar. She felt like it needed to go to a place where it was going to get played a lot more. So she reached out to me about 6 months ago and said, hey, can you take the guitar back and kind of get it back into brand new condition? It was very lightly used, and put it up for sale for me. And so what I have had this cool opportunity to do is to have a guitar back here living with me for the last 6 months, and I've gotten to play it. In fact, you guys have been seeing it in our weekly Tiny Workbench videos. And now it's time to ask the YouTube world who's interested in taking it home. So what we're going to do in this video actually is bring the guitar here into the studio, and then we're going to set up a nice microphone and play the guitar and give everybody a really good idea of what it sounds like, talk about the woods, talk about the inlays and my design choices and all of that. And then at the end, we will just leave it to you guys to see what you think of it. But on top of that, if there is anybody out there who's interested in purchasing this guitar, you guys can reach out to me and message me directly, either through my website or you can leave a comment below, and we'll find a way to connect. But this is actually a really cool opportunity because I'm getting close to a 2.5-year wait for one of my custom guitars, and I almost never, ever have a guitar that's just available for purchase right now. So if you're interested in that, man, you gotta hop on this. This is just, it only happens once every few years to buy a guitar without waiting. And I hope you guys enjoy it, so here we go. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed that little intro with some nice B-roll of this guitar. As I had mentioned in the very introduction of it, this guitar actually is available for purchase from you guys right now. And I just wanted to show you, well, it's available for purchase at the time of the making of this video. Eventually it'll be out on the internet and for a long time, but yeah, so this guitar, actually, let's cover it from top to bottom, and I want to go over what makes it what it is. And this is my Grand Session model, which is by far my most popular model. It actually is 16¼ inches wide at the lower bout and 5 inches deep. So it's up there with Dreadnoughts and even the Grand Symphonies by Taylor. Just a big boy, but it does have this really nice arm bevel, which makes the guitar very nice and comfortable. And it was the last of kind of my old way of building guitars. Fantastic. But right after I built this one, I actually switched over to doing the laminate sides, the solid kerfings, and really focusing on that end of it. But this also was the very first guitar that I used the double carbon fiber reinforcements in the neck, so that's really nice about it as well. But it actually has a Bear Claw Sitka spruce top on it, Brazilian rosewood bridge, and a Macassar ebony fingerboard with this really cool tiger inlay that I put on the fretboard. Just I took a photograph of a tiger and basically turned it into an inlay. This is all hand cut. Each individual piece was cut with a little hand saw, and it took me probably about a week to make that inlay that's on there. And the reason I did that, because once again, like I had said in the intro, this was a guitar that I built just to sell. There was no client in mind when I built it. So the reason I wanted to build this guitar was because I actually got this absolutely killer set of Tasmanian tiger myrtle, which we just looked up. It's actually just Tasmanian myrtle. And if it's got this streaking inside of it, this black, a lot of times people refer to it as Tasmanian tiger myrtle. It's a wood from Southeast Australia into New Zealand, and you don't see it very often at all here in the States. It's just a killer wood. It's rare that you find it with even the black streets, and on top of that, it's even more rare to find it with this quilting that's inside of it. So to have a set that's got both of them in there is just absolutely ridiculous. And when I found it online, I just had to buy it. I remember it was not even kind of close to cheap, and I had to justify it with my wife. It's actually all bound in Australian blackwood, so I wanted to keep it, which looks very similar to koa, but I wanted to keep it kind of all from the same continent, so I was actually able to achieve that while getting a really nice look. And then we used some more of that here on the headstock as well, and just really tied the whole thing together. Obviously, slot head. We have the Waverly slot head tuning machines, the 3-on plates with snakewood buttons on them. So the guitar it came out so nice. It's one of my favorite guitars that I ever built. And like I said in the intro, the woman who purchased this guitar bought it kind of on a whim as a way to learn how to play guitar, coming from the world of violin, and just decided that she wasn't giving it the attention that it needed, so asked me to sell it. So here we are. I've been enjoying it for probably about the last 6 months. And here we are just trying to make a video to kind of bring it out to the world for you guys to see for the first time. And so what I want to do is just play a couple of chords on it, kind of run through it so you can get an idea of what it sounds like. And just to go over the sound recording rig that we're using here, I am using the Zoom H6 mobile recorder using the XY microphone. And we're about 8 inches away from the sound hole. I'm not going to do any post-processing on it. What you guys are going to hear while I'm playing the guitar is the sound directly from this microphone, and no EQing, no compression, no reverbs, none of that stuff. So hopefully you guys can hear as close to what we're hearing here in the room. And we do have Diodario phosphor bronze, 80/20 phosphor bronze strings on here, light gauge. These strings are a couple of weeks old, so they're not brand new. And yeah. We'll go through it, and I'll start off actually just kind of playing major chords, starting with the E, working our way all the way through the loop back to E again, so you can get a sense of what she sounds like. So yeah, it's interesting. This guitar seems to... There's not a whole lot of information on Tasmanian Tiger Myrtle as far as what it sonically tends to do, but for me, what I've learned, because this at the time was my second Tasmanian Tiger Myrtle guitar, is I think that it has a very nice and transparent tone. It's kind of dry, but very woody, and I think that it kind of captures the metallic sound of the string really well. It's not super over bass heavy, very balanced, and just very clear. I don't know, sound is a hard thing to describe, but for me, these have always been some of my favorite sounding guitars, and if I was to be blindfolded and play it, I might say that it's walnut, if I was to kind of give it a more common species that I think that it maybe sounds like. It's just kissing into the rosewood range of sonic characteristics, but definitely carrying also over some of like the mahogany and I would even say maple characteristics as well. It's a really right down the middle tone wood and just incredibly striking, incredibly beautiful wood. But we'll just dabble around here a little bit and let you guys kind of hear what it does. And yeah. Let's do a little drop D for you. I've never done it in drop D before. I think it sounds good. I never play in drop D, so it always throws me off a little bit. But yeah, it's great sound for finger picking. Does well with with a heavy strum as well. I think it's a great right down the middle of the road guitar. Can kind of do a lot of the things that you throw at it. Has a Taylor spec neck on it, so it's just a very comfortable feeling neck. And this was, once again, like I said, the very first time I had ever done a double carbon fiber reinforced neck. So what separates my standard neck that I put on my guitars is that, yes, it's the Taylor width across here, but with the carbon fiber neck, I'm actually able to keep the same thickness from here all the way until the transition at the heel, which is a really nice thing. So the neck feels very fast compared to a Taylor. And yeah, I think that it's a fantastic guitar. I really hope that somebody sees this video and just falls in love with it. And there's actually really nice detailed photographs of this guitar on my website as well, so make sure you check that out. And yeah, it needs to go to a good home, somebody who can really enjoy it. And it's an older serial number. Let me see what serial number this guy is. Yeah, this is number 37, so it's actually a nice low serial number for one of my guitars. I'm getting close to my 100th guitar, so if it's something that you're into, the guitar is only going to go up in value. It already has gone up in value since the previous owner had it. Reach out to me directly. This guitar will come with its full warranty as if you bought it new from me, but once again, the nice thing is you get to skip that 2.5-year wait list. If you think that the guitar is beautiful and you like it, reach out to me and we can get you into it. The guitar does obviously come with a really nice custom case, hard shell case, just like all of my guitars, so you don't have to worry about that. I can take it directly to you if you were interested in that. And it does not have a pickup installed in it, so if that's something that kind of makes you go, I wish it had a pickup, I can put a pickup in the guitar. But hope you enjoyed this quick little video. It's always nice to get to share a completed instrument with you guys. And if you didn't get enough audio samples of it in this one, remember that I use this guitar in all of our Tiny Workbench videos up to this point. So check it out there too. But yeah, we thank y'all. We'll see you in the next episode. Thanks, guys.